think we're live. What is up chat? क्या सीन, क्या हाल है सबके? क्या हाल है सबके? Top chat to live chat. Okay, cool. I think I'm live now. It's good. How's everyone doing? Hello Malav, hello. See, how are you doing? Geez, this is the same very answer. Malav would analyze with the best I say team. People happy. Okay. I see you. Hello Decryptor, how are you doing? Sorry, I can't read who the next person is. Harsh, hi Harsh, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Saksham इधर भी थोड़ा एकदम डैंक चैट रहने वाला है क्या तेरा? लेकिन ऐसा जो सब चीज़ें तो इसके स्ट्रीम पे बोलता Godspeed के just a second, I'm playing to someone on Snap. Yeah. That's you. Okay, sorry. Hello Shankar, how are you doing? Legend, hey man. At least mic खरीद लो 70 पे रखना पड़ रहा है. Laptop volume normally 35 पे रहता है. अरे अच्छा है ना? You can hear me clearly. You can listen to what I'm saying in great clarity. In great clarity, you know what I mean? So the question today becomes: is we watched a little bit of Myth yesterday. I think we only watched the Fracture. So do you guys want to watch more of this, like more of of Myth, like what are the maps that they can potentially be playing and what to expect from them, or do you guys want to watch something from like the other bracket where where we might see Enigma play, like not Enigma, like ऊपर जैसा. You know what I mean? What did you type that got deleted? Oh damn! I'm so sorry, dude. My Nightbot spam production rules are really horrible. I might have to fix it. Give me a second. I'll log into Nightbot on the side and fix that. Pick'ems, bro. Not in my pick'ems against for any Indian team will always be the simplest. Especially at least when I'm doing planes, as I'm just gonna predict them to go unbeaten in their groups because I trust them to do well in the LAN, and like not the LAN, but in the group stage. Sorry, planes. I mean, like when they play. You remember me? Yeah, I think I was talking to you in some chat. Which chat was I talking to you in? Was it yesterday only Godspeed stream? Like right after we won? Was it then? Or was it someone else's stream? I feel like Enigma has a good chance against Myth. Yeah, I think so too. I think if Enigma don't choke, don't, or what do you guys like to call the choke, don't as well. Like, yeah. Okay, I think my netball rules should be a more better thing now. Eraser going to team with team or no? Eraser should be going with the team. Yes, I think so. Plus lighting first bleed on Singapore. Golu's exams on the 27th, but he's still playing with us. He still wants to play. So yeah, I think Golu will still be playing with us. Myth also chokes, Enigma also chokes, team will choke less. Fine. How would map Veto look? Okay, let's do that. How did this guy do it? Bajaj did it through Valorant, right? Yeah, I did it through Valorant. Excuse me. That's my idol fucker. Yeah, his exams are 27, but he's still playing, and I hope he has some plan for his exams. Okay, so these are the maps in the pool. Myth 67, 62, blah 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 blah. So ideally for me, I think Myth will be banning split against these teams. Again, like I think against Enigma you have to ban the split because Enigma are good on the split also. So yeah, it makes sense for them to just ban the split. कम कर ले tabs फिर से lag होगा नहीं, आज epic और उसे background में नहीं खोला तो फिर कम lag नहीं होगा. The second I was watching that podcast, I think everyone should watch Vandals, like it's a good podcast. क्या lag started कि आपके चैनल के अबाउट में XG एनालिस्ट क्यों है? अरे वो बहुत बीच में जब मैं स्ट्रीम करता था तब मैं जी का एनालिस्ट नहीं था, इसलिए उधर से रखा है. रिमाइंड मी टू चेंज इट, आई विल चेंज इट. Little lag, I'm sorry guys, but nothing we can do about it. I'll have to clean my PC, I think. Let's see, what are these guys banning? Myth ban bind, okay. Myth ban bind, okay. They're perma banning bind, it seems like. I guess these guys also did the ban? No, they ban split because FWE ban bind. What's Myth's pick rate on, win rate on bind? I wonder why they don't trust it even though they're playing a pretty meta comp. They played against Xerxia and I think probably this result against Xerxia probably forced them to like just go like guys, we can't really play bind. And the 13-9 Xerxia on Ascent, very crazy man. Pretty crazy. 13-4. No lag. Paricha, are you making a meme, like VCC related meme? SCS related meme? Or are you not making one? Or have you already made one and I haven't checked it out on Twitter yet? Let me check your Twitter actually. Guys, if you're just tuning into my channel, I don't have anything like क्या बोलते हैं उसका, मैं सब मोड ऑन या फिर नहीं कर सकता, but I would please appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my channel. I'll also pin my socials in chat. 1 second. So you guys should also follow me on my socials. थोड़ा lag हो रहा है I think now. So close to 500, yeah, I would appreciate it if we hit 500. I've been सागर सावंत वेंट प्ले रिलिक नहीं है, बाद में पूछ ला, अगर खेलना तो मेरे को कुछ सीन नहीं है बाद में. So what should the Veto be like? Okay, I don't think these guys will ban the bind against Enigma. I think they should ban split against Enigma. I think that's the bigger thing to do, better thing to do. Okay, so the way I think the meta should go is going to be obviously Enigma are going to be sticking to their permaban, which will be Breeze. What is these guys looking at again? Breeze, and these guys, okay, but these guys are horrible on Breeze as well. These guys' map pool should be a big question coming into the series. Let's see. So Breeze should be out, and I think Split is going to be out. So with these two maps out, now let's say, I think if it's Enigma's decision to pick first, I think Enigma, I don't know if you're Enigma, can you pick Ascent against these guys, or do you pick something like a Fracture? I think Enigma it makes more sense to pick the Fracture, work on the Fracture comp out, and like basically nail it down, because we saw the way Myth play Fracture. I don't think Myth have a good Fracture. I think that's probably something that you do against Myth, like, you know. Then I think when it's down to ban again, like after MITH pick, I think Veto wise Enigma should have the advantage because they have a better map pool. Like they showed regionally that they can play the better map pool. And because now if you see out of these maps, right, like we'll also compare Enigma's stats and see their win rates and how they're looking on these other maps. 60%, 64, 60, 68, 56, 64, 60. Compared to these guys, have a 36, have a 50. Like Icebox 83 is nice, but like, you know, you have a 20 here, you have 60. So it's pretty even, but the depth is a little bit more because this map, and even this and Split. Like these three maps for Myth look kind of weak. So which is why I think it makes more sense as to why Enigma have the better map Veto. So yeah, so you go Split is out because Myth should ban it, Breeze is out because Enigma will ban it, Fracture I think is going to be a map played. I think Ascent and Icebox could also be potentially maps played, because right now if you're Enigma, like you have the ability to, like you have I think a little bit of an advantage in terms of maps. Like Enigma can play Ascent, Enigma can play Icebox, Enigma can play Bind and Haven. Like except their permaban, which is Breeze, they look pretty competitive on all other maps, which I can't necessarily say about Myth. One, because I haven't seen the awards, and two, their VLR pick rates don't win rates actually don't actually represent something I think that is satisfactory in terms of having good maps. So I think obviously for Myth the bigger question is going to be, wait, actually let me see how Myth have been picking. Okay, so Myth let Icebox go till the second ban phase and they wanted to be kind of in the remainders, which is what I think makes sense, because if this goes to map 3, which I think is going to be like a 3 mapper, it makes sense for you to have your strongest map or one of your stronger maps towards the end. Let's see how they vetoed against Extend Crit. Extensive ban Icebox, so nothing to see. Before these games, see, so before the Zerxia loss, which is here, where they got absolutely demolished and they found bigger problems with the bind, I want to see how they were vetoing. Ban Ascent. They can just ban Fracture. वही है कि ये एक loss against Zerxia pretty much screwed up their map vetoes. See, because otherwise they have like a floating ban way, like targeting ban way of ban thing to do. They like to target the bans and like to target what other teams are doing and उसके around ban करते हैं. See, like again here Fracture, extensive or perma banning Icebox. Again nothing here. Yeah, again Ascent ban. So I think against teams who they think like not like have a better map than them in a particular map, that's when they go in for the like target banning. See again, like here they're not having a perma ban, they're using a floating ban, like a target ban. Passage, okay, they ban Fracture here. So yeah, not one defined ban, but yeah. So what is this saying? So Veto is going to be pretty interesting because the ball's an Enigma squad, right? Like, where do you take them? Like, where do you take them with the few days of practice that you've had? So yeah, मैं chat पढ़ ही नहीं रहा. I would subscribe if you'd come to LAN. You're already subbed to me, Sahil. I know that. Don't worry. कब तक stream कर रहा है? Maybe 2 maps, maybe 1 map. Not sure. Sub Mumbai, sub single. How are you doing? What will be a balanced comp for Fracture? I really like the comp you're running. Maybe you change the cipher for a chamber for a cipher, and then that's pretty much I think the best comp on. I think that's pretty much the best comp on the map. What you can do with. EG mix groups no, yes. I made a meme about G versus EG. I wouldn't be consistent with the memes and all. I cost 12th and G. Oh damn, you're pretty young. You're younger than I am. EG mix groups, yes they do. Parichay video. Parichay, actually let's watch Parichay's latest meme. I will probably get copyrighted for it because of the music he uses, but it's all good. We'll do it, guys. Hopefully my PC doesn't cry. Parichay clinic. Oh my god, Mr. Bajaj. Bajaj, you wanna come? You wanna talk to me about Vetos and stuff like that? We can join TS if you want. We'll talk. We can talk. Pretty funny actually. Yes, because I was analyst coach. भाई एक ही analyst slash assistant coach है और कोई है ही नहीं region में. Bajaj, you wanna come TS? Coming? Okay, let's go. We got Godspeed in here. Oh my god, this is gonna get really cool now, guys. Really cool. Feels okay, man. Ooh, also since Godspeed's here, now I want to tell you guys something. This stream and my streaming, I'm actually starting to take it a little bit more serious. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing like a good sweatshirt and not just my night dress or whatever, it's actually because
microphone muted.
I was taking a few pictures for
channel switched
for my thumbnail
User was
editor,
moved to your channel.
and it's the same person as
Microphone
Godspeed's
activated.
thumbnail editor. So that guy's gonna be taking over my thumbnails. I'm getting some thumbnails made, trying to basically make my stream more professional, more or less. You know, I don't want to just keep having the trash old like in paint what I did when I was bored as fuck.
Oh,
Hello Godspeed, welcome to my
yes,
stream.
I'm happy about the thumbnail, guys. Finally, Malav will have actual thumbnails instead of paying 3D. Uh, Feels so good, and it also is lovely to see Malav actually stream because doesn't do it often,
Hmm.
and it's mostly because he has a shit PC right now,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
horrible PC.
Yeah, but hey, man, hopefully Global wins
Yeah.
more tournaments and they give him a PC, and so.
Sure. Sound decrease as fuck. Lag started. Lag abhi nahi hona chahiye guys. Bitrate is pretty good. Actually, it's 10k bitrate. So basically, quality will be witnessed from now. Hopefully, I'm trying to do things. Guys, come on. 37 of y'all watching and only 31 likes. Can we please get some likes in? Also, like basic streamer 487 subs. If we get to 500 subs, I'll stream tomorrow also. ठीक है? कल भी stream करूँगा 500 subs आ जाएगा तो.
Oh,
ठीक है? मैं tomorrow is also I think a break for us from practice. We start practicing day after. So yeah, I think it is also on a trip or something.
yeah.
So Godspeed, I don't know if you've been following what I've been saying till now. So basically,
No.
okay. So what my point was coming into the Veto, Enigma has I think a slightly more inbuilt advantage coming
Okay,
into the Veto.
against MITH?
Against MITH. Yes.
Hmm.
So the reason why I was saying that is if you look at the VLR this thing, which is probably not the best way to analyze it, but MITH's win rate in recent history on a lot of maps have been looking weird, in my opinion. So their split is a 20% win rate, their breeze is a 36% win rate, and their fracture is a 50% win rate. Which
Oh no, MITH will ban split. Definitely.
which is what I said on my stream, that against Enigma they can't ban the bind like they did against Xerxia. Maybe because against the Xerxia game they got the nerves and they were like, okay, BA हम लोग को ban करना पड़ेगा because this team punished us for it, right?
Yeah.
So since the banning split, Enigma are gonna stick to the permaban on Breeze. I don't think they have enough time to like move Breeze away from the permaban unless until they've been having a hidden comp for it yet.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen. So, and I think if Enigma are smart, Enigma will go fracture.
That's where I am confused.
So the reason why I think Enigma are in a better place map pool wise is because they don't have issues with playing any of the other 4 maps. Right, like Icebox was one of their strongest maps when they just started playing, which I don't know why they don't pick as much anymore. Ascent, regionally they showed they're probably one of the better teams on it after the way they played against us. Haven, I don't think the way they're approaching the map is the correct thing, but do they find ways to work around that? They're good. I think Bind also they've shown basically will and basically like क्या बोलते हैं उसका भूल गया मैं. I'm looking for a particular word to play the maps. Godspeed का volume थोड़ा कम कर दो. Sorry guys, look at 2 minutes. Godspeed's volume is probably higher than mine because मेरा mic का थोड़ा scene है.
But I think I would like to see them take bind.
But do you think they would like to play those maps after the way they played against us?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why I said, right, Enigma are in a position where they have the deeper map pool. But also like my explanation of why Enigma should pick fractures, because I looked at yesterday when I reviewed one word on my stream, the word I reviewed was Enigma versus Myth on fracture, which is why not Enigma versus Myth versus FW Esports on fracture, and that's where I got the idea that hey, look, this fracture is weird, I would like Enigma to go for it. And the other reasoning which comes in is they've only played fracture 10 times while they've played the bind 80 times. So naturally, since it's an older map, you'll have more solutions to work with and more ideas to carry out the wrong strat. They've played bind 12 times and fracture 6 times. So where the strength lies for them for Enigma and where the weakness is for Myth is the numbers of having reps on the particular map, which I think since Enigma have more, they come with a little bit of a built-in advantage. That's the way I'm thinking.
I don't know. I think you must have watched the FW one, right?
Yeah, I did. And the FW
one FW one, you could chalk it to it being an off day because, as far as I'm concerned, I think I like how Myth play fracture.
Okay.
because even though it's not polished, right, but I believe it's a very gung ho way of playing,
Mm.
and against a team like Enigma that sort of do come under pressure.
Yeah, sometimes you could say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I believe because if Enigma pick fracture,
Mm.
then Myth will have the side, right?
Yeah, and then they can go defense first with
Yeah.
this Sage, just Cypher, Chamber comp. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they do get defense first, from what I've seen, Myth is that their fracture defense was very good. I
Actually, I
would.
felt the other way around. When I watched, I thought their defense was the more questionable thing on the map.
Oh, I know. I thought the defense was good. Was actually good. It's just that. Okay, I was just I was just checking a text. I just got a
Uh,
text. I should be happy about. Yeah.
Anything related to your future?
And let's just see tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I believe their defense was good for me,
Okay.
as in that it's not like theoretically good as in good, but it works for them,
Right.
especially with how they want to play.
Mm.
If you look at the players that they have,
Yeah.
it's particularly in like it particularly enables their players, especially Kadum, right?
Mm.
You have Kadum, you have Deland, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even though Congored is also very like super cracked,
Mm-hmm.
what I see from Congored is he's assumed more of a support role in
Mm-hmm.
in this Met lineup, and he's enabling Kadum more. Deland is also filling up his role well,
Mm-hmm.
but Kadum has really taken it to the next level. If you go and look at his
Mm-hmm.
WODs or his matches,
Yeah.
Kadum has been off the charts, not just in stats, but I think he has been आई थिंक ही एंड FW esports का जो duelist है जो जेट है they have
Kilwa.
been huh
Kilwa ki Terrapong. Who's their jet player?
yeah I don't remember who plays jet there
देखता हूँ मैं. Go on, go on. Sorry for interrupting
but
you.
he is so this guy Kadum is the most aggressive jet
Mm-hmm.
in Thailand, like especially this tournament from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy,
Hmm.
whoever the jet is the most efficient jet
Hmm.
because from the matches that I saw, he gets first kills like it's absolute. It's his bread and butter.
Hmm.
He hardly loses his first duels. I
Okay.
mean, that is what I observed. I don't know what the stats are,
Right.
but I guess we can look at stats, right, Malav?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
watching
What's
your
that?
video.
You wanna look at some this
Go
guy's
to
stats?
Challengers stats and their like Upper Challengers what are stats.
Open qualifiers, like what do you want?
हाँ
No
नहीं
open
नहीं
qualifiers, no?
no open qualifiers सिर्फ group stage and this को like even remove close qualifiers because even there
Kadum is
remove
number 2.
remove close qualifiers also I
निकल
think
दिया.
oh मेरा
Groups
तब मैं पीछे हूँ
ग्रुप्स है कि ग्रुप्स भी नीचे है?
नहीं groups चाहिए so I think if you go there you look at first skills I was talking about right
Yeah.
so oh yeah ये रहा Primi please look at his
Prima.
first duel's success rate in the very short amount of jet that he's played.
They have two jet players then, because if you look at
Yeah,
wait, where did it go? मैं just देख रहा था.
I think I must have watched the premium match only
Hmm.
because first duels बंदा हार ही नहीं रहा था. What the fuck?
Okay,
मतलब
wait. So the last games they played, they haven't played with Primi against Zerkshire in the yeah,
which one did I
because
see?
so I think Primi might just be out of the roster, or he's not playing currently, because the last 3 games that I'm watching, Primi hasn't played. Because even if you look at this, Primi's rounds only 32, while their main jet
Uh,
player, who is Kilua, his rounds are 604.
oh, look at Killua then. Then it must be Killua because I don't remember.
604 rounds है वही बोल रहा हूँ ना मैं.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is.
FWE players were so cracked in this tournament. All
No,
of
so AFW, I think I said it in my stream as well. I believe AFW has always been good. Like
mm.
we've scrimmed multiple times, right? Even you
Mm-hmm.
guys must have
Yeah, we
scrimmed.
have, yes.
I believe they're more fundamentally sound than other Thai teams. Like
Yeah, it did look like. But
yeah,
also, like, like some of the way they were reacting on a fracture, or the way they were playing defense, sometimes a little questionable. Like, just from the one word that I watched.
So
And
because fracture is not their strength, from
yeah,
what I
and
know.
also are all of them young? Like when I was looking at the webcams, I remember having this conversation with you as to how all of these players, like they're not competing full time, since a lot of them are like students, and like the livelihood in the region, it's like, the salaries and stuff
Yeah,
aren't just great. But yeah, just one thing, 53 of you guys watching and only 48 likes. Come on, guys, please can we get some likes in?
come
We
on, man. We
we
were
are
already at 40.
Yeah, and we are at 489 subs. Can I please get to 500? Can I please get to 500, guys? Come on, y'all know how much this means to me. I'm trying to get consistent. And रात के एक दो like 12 बजे हम थोड़ा analysis कर रहे हैं, किधर नहीं मिलेगा आपको और ये analysis.
True,
You know,
true.
you know what I mean?
Very true.
Analysis से याद आया. Did you see the curry shot Valorant guy?
No.
So he put out a video comparing how VLT played Breeze against OG this LAN to DRX's Breeze, and compared why Indian Valorant are behind.
I mean, I won't disagree.
But against DRX.
I mean, DRX are the benchmark, and are
Yeah,
they not?
yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
DRX is the benchmark.
DRX is the benchmark, which is exactly why, in my mind, you don't compare them to DRX, because Indian Valor isn't at the level of the global Valor
Oh,
stage.
definitely.
So,
But
and if you're saying Indian Valor is behind, just out of the worst performance of VLT since probably what I think they're like since they started playing as a roster. If you're using that to compare, then I don't think that's a way to compare, right?
oh, definitely. See, this is why selection bias is also there. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talk about recency bias, but with what reviews, selection bias is also
hundred
definitely
percent.
playing a role here. Because let's say, for example, your what, right? You watched FW
Yeah.
versus Smith. Now, according to you, absolutely, Smith may be bad. But let's say if the coach, let's say if Enigma's coach just watches FW,
Mm-hmm.
concludes that maybe picks fracture, they go on defense, they absolutely shit on them
Mm.
because of selection bias, right? And again, I think this is a very, very good segue
Hmm.
for me to say that this is why more and more support staff is needed. You cannot just have one coach
Yeah.
anymore because
Got
you
it.
should have a dedicated guy who can do all of this while the other guy is busy in scrims, right?
Yeah, I think having two support services is possible, and also it's important to have like when both supports have place. I think both need to be skilled about the game. Like one can't just be like
No, I think there should be three. I think the
yeah.
minimum is three now. You have an analyst who absolutely goes through all the words of their opponents, right?
Hmm.
You have an assistant coach who goes through the words and book scripts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a coach who focuses solely on improving
On
and preparing the main team.
hmm.
So the analyst sort of feeds into the head coach,
Yeah.
the assistant coach feeds into the head coach, and the head coach prepares the team accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Still guys, only 489 subs. किसी ने sub नहीं किया. Last मैंने बोला तभी से देख रहा हूँ मैं, follow कर रहा हूँ मेरे phone पे.
For
11
sure.
subs more. 11 subs more.
For
Okay.
sure.
So have you looked at myths, pick rates and stuff like that? And like so that's why I want to discuss the Veto. So I just want to make sure that you
Well, I haven't seen much, but I definitely know the banning split as we
yeah,
talked about.
yeah.
And I think they would much rather prefer Icebox and Haven.
So which is exactly so it's interesting because like the few like the Vetos I was looking at actually FS के सामने था once or twice they actually like second ban process में they sometimes banned Icebox or let Icebox be remainder, which is what they're I think banking on a three mapper.
Yeah, definitely.
Huh. So we're pretty clear about split being myth ban, breeze being EG ban, right?
Yeah.
So now since this is the version of the Veto where I've said EG myth banned first. So now if you're so myth ban, EG ban, myth pick.
Yeah.
So if you're myth, what are you picking here?
I
So
think definitely Haven.
you think they go Haven? See, okay. So the reason they don't go to the Icebox is because they've shown tendency to show Icebox as a third map. Bind,
It's because like Enigma are also one of the best teams in Icebox, so
yeah.
they would expect that even if they pick, it's fine. Wimp is saying Wimp is playing a lot of split in scrims.
Vimpa ये सब लीक नहीं करते हैं.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I think they're preparing themselves for Boom. Boom.
Hmm?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Myth for boom, like the okay, so they don't care about like
Yeah. I think so.
or maybe it's just a map pool opening. Like we just interested need to work on our map pool, guys. We can't just say bhul jao map pool ko. So that's why they still
So I mean, we had a scrim scheduled
with
with
them.
Myth
Acha, okay.
tomorrow, but I guess they saw
Nice.
country flag. Yeah.
So now, so you think?
The voice is gone.
No, I'm thinking something. I'm thinking about what should Myth pick against this.
I'd definitely go for Haven from Myth. I think it's a map they've played a lot. They did not.
Yeah, Haven is the most played map, which makes sense. 21 times. So I was debating between a
21 times?
they've played Haven 21 times.
10.
Huh?
10. 21.
I mean, which is nothing compared to Enigma. I've played it 80 times. But like,
Oh, no, no. Oh, I thought you're shuffling it with just the recent stats.
नहीं on the
Go to start date. Go to start date.
ये साल कर
Uh,
दो क्या?
no, no, go to start date and
हाँ.
type 1 May. Like, go to May and type 1. The type name, मतलब select one.
Enigma में भी कर देता हूँ का. Okay, Enigma में किया.
Enigma ka can't even do 1-5. You have to do like 15-5 or 16-5 because Enigma played multiple tournaments. You have to watch. Baki regions ka to I'm sure 1-5 ke baad they haven't played any other tournament. Which is why I just go with 1-5 whenever I'm watching something.
Oh yeah, so split the bin perma banning में dates by switch करना चाहिए था. Okay, so you wanted to be 15-5 or
1-5. 1-5 for myth.
हाँ 1-5 myth क्या फिर क्या चाहिए इसके लिए?
अभी इसमें you can see recent bias में I think इसमें भी वही होगा कि they've played Heaven most या नहीं because Heaven is sort of their good now.
क्या करूँ 15 करो कि 8 कर दो?
क्या EG का?
हाँ.
यार EG का पता नहीं क्या करो
चलो ये 1 ही रखते दोनों के लिए same
It's
dates. Okay.
हाँ.
Okay. So they don't ban against FS, they also against extend. So myth Wimp मैंने इसके stream पे third time पहले मैंने ये बताया कि वो लोग like usually target ban करते हैं against teams that they're playing, but क्या हुआ कि जब वो लोग ने last time Zerksha का खेला ये 1-2 वाला गेम तभी वो लोग फ्रैक्चर बैन कर रहे थे और दूसरे सब मैप्स बैन कर रहे थे, बट वो मैप के बाइंड के बाद जिधर वो लोग 13-4 हुए आई थिंक अंदर कुछ उनको लगा कि यार हमारा फंडामेंटल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द मैप इज़ नॉट एज गुड एज वी थिंक इट इज़, सो दैट्स व्हाई दे चेंज्ड, दे स्टार्ट बैनिंग बाइंड हियर अगेंस्ट ऑन 20th of May. Then against FS also they banned a bind, and then in this game they also like they didn't have to ban bind because the others banned it and then they banned split.
It's like G fracture VCC1.
Yeah, it's like भाई नहीं ये आदमी ने लर्क करके बहुत स्पेस बना दिया, निकाल दो ये मैप को, हमें चाहिए ही नहीं ये मैप.
Oh my god, pro player win.
Pro player wimp.
Even big split.
I feel myth करना. Bro, can you increase your volume please? भाई मेरा volume max है mostly तो.
नहीं, I think increase your volume from OBS, Malav, because I think I can hear you very clearly here, but I think so OBS का volume pickup थोड़ा OBS
OBS
में
पे mic.
अपने mic aux में जाके filters में जाके gain में जाके just थोड़ा सा add कर लो.
Okay.
हाँ. No, desktop audio is fine. This is
Yeah.
no.
Mic aux
उसके बाद भी they can hear me louder than you.
Okay, volume percentage इधर बढ़ा दूँ क्या ये?
इधर नहीं मतलब प्लस में गेन.
किधर वही नहीं दिख रहा ना?
Filters.
Okay, mic slash aux, filters, defaults कुछ क्लिक नहीं हो रहा.
नहीं फिल्टर्स में लेफ्ट में देखना प्लस का साइन है.
Okay, gain.
I'm behind तो मेरे को दिख नहीं रहा behind.
समझ गया. कितना बढ़ा? 10 decibels?
10 हाँ 5 10 5
करता.
try with 5.
Okay. Okay. Can people check if this is better? Mic check. Also मेरा TS का personally मैंने increase भी किया honestly.
This looks like he's doing a new. Hello Malav bhai Godspeed. Hi monthly.
हाँ क्योंकि मैंने खुद का भी mic adjust किया personally बहुत ही इसमें से. Yes,
Yeah,
much
I
better now.
told
Okay,
them,
cool.
yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, lovely, guys. Lovely, lovely. Better, 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 better. Cool, 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 cool.
अभी बेटर में कैसे इतने लोग लिख लिए, इतने लोग सब्सक्राइब नहीं कर रहे थे।
भाई छोड़ो भाई, कुछ बोलना ही नहीं है मुझे. 57 views. My viewership has been through
हम्म,
the roof recently. I remember 5-5 6 जन के लिए स्ट्रीम करता था. But
इधर
yes,
एक
better.
भाई, आई यूज टू स्ट्रीम फॉर वन वन व्यूअर गेट्स।
सक्षम से ये आपने एक ही मंथ में 2 स्ट्रीम कैसे कर दी भाई? सक्षम 2 दिन में 2 स्ट्रीम कर दी.
तो
कुछ तो
बैन
चल
करता
रहा
हूँ मैं तो।
है. Malav speaks like he's doing an ASMR stream. Look, DZ, it's 12:26. I don't want the category of people who are either are watching a Valorant analysis stream at 12 a.m. is either those who are very horny and looking for something to get through the night, or people who are actually interested in the game. I think those who are actually interested in the game is a pretty low percentage. Some helping the other percentage. Yeah, yes, much better now. Okay, sounds good. Hey Malav, I watched the video and man was just spitting facts, but I think it was just a human error by right to guess. I haven't watched the video. I'm not watching it because I know I will already be very. I'll have already very conflicting views and very strong views. Hey Manflame, what's up? Manflame says hello Malav, bye, and Godspeed, bye.
Yes, hi Manflame. I
Manflame.
think we'll do water views once
With
this
Manflame?
ends.
With Manflame or what?
No, no, like off matches in
Ah.
NTS. I think we'll do that, but
DZ says I'm kind of down bad, no cap. See, yeah, so you should be happy with this, you should be appreciating the content I'm putting out for someone like you at 12 a.m. 12:30 almost.
Achyut is saying मेरा JEE है 12 दिनों में.
भाई तो तुम्हें और भी चाहिए रिलीफ.
Good luck, Achyut.
ऑल द बेस्ट, वो बात अलग है, बट तुम्हें रिलीफ और भी चाहिए फिर. यू नो.
Why do you have two first names, man? I mean, I always get confused. Like India में, like how has our name developed? Like मेरे family में भी there are many first names. It's like and I just don't get it कि इंडिया में names का development कैसे हुआ है.
Okay, so coming back to the Veto. So from what we said last, we expect them to go Haven. I think that makes sense because I think the way EG are approaching Haven right now is a little, I think, easily counterable. I think it's probably one of the more easier maps to anti-strat, if I'm myth right now. And I think if so, and a reason why like my POV and your POV will be extremely different is because I have grown up, like not grown up since the last 2 years. This is the last 2 years, or like since Valo came out, I've been raised with an anti-starting perspective. Like I've been working around something like that. So
because that is your job.
Yeah, that's my job. So yeah, so my POV is gonna be a little bit more different. So yeah.
No, I agree. It's even without understanding, I think myth should take Haven.
Yeah.
Is what my expectation is. But the other maps are all in EG's court. That's where I think EG can turn the match around.
Okay, so let's say if you're okay, so let's do one scenario where you think myth pick Haven, right? So if you're easy, do you strike back with a you have to strike back with an ascent pick, I think, or a fracture pick.
Very interesting. I just think they should go bind.
Who easy? And play for those cheese plays and pocket setups and try to get a few picks and play around that.
Yeah, and also play more on the mechanics.
See, okay, so the reason why bind. So I'll break down why not Icebox, because Icebox you likely want for the map 3 because it's a map you can go to. You haven't played in a long while. You'll come and play some new hidden agent, come play the Neon or Euro or something and shock teams, or maybe even the Fade if you want to. And you also know that in the rough case that you actually lose map 1, you can't have your opponent's stronger map going in as map 2, since you want something that's more of your favorable ground, which is the reason why you pick it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think an Icebox pick will come through. Ascent, the reason I think picking Ascent as your map pool is a little bit more risky, which is something that also we've been we've been trying to move away from, is because Ascent is your basic map, your D2 Mirage type beat, and a lot of teams know how to play that, which is why
Hmm.
also Ascent pe I think it's easy to get snowballed and comebacks, which is why I think most comebacks are on Ascent, because everyone has a pretty decent understanding of the map. It's a little bit lot more comes down to gunfights also. Mechanically तुम ये map खेल सकते हो, which is why I don't like going to Ascent as map 2 in the rare case that you lose map 1, which is why I'm either picking between Bind or Fracture.
Yeah, and the bind of fracture definitely. And the thing is, the beauty of this veto is that the remaining maps are all EG
EG
maps.
maps, that's what. So that's why I said EG have a little bit of an inbuilt advantage coming into this veto. जो मैंने पहले ही बोला था. This links back to that. समझा? 60 viewers,
बिल्कुल.
guys. I think that's my peak CCV. I think. Thank you so much for breaking that.
Let's fucking go, guys.
I
He's
think
just
that
named a
is.
caster.
But yeah, 494 subs, 495 subs, 5 more subs, guys. Come on. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. What the fuck am I gonna do, Beto, not to you? I'm not judging you, honestly. Check Valor Leaps, new map coming. वो तो पहले से leak था थोड़ा कि एक new map underwater types आ रहा है. Excali should be on Raze rather than Initiator. I kind of agree, but okay. Godspeed, do you think Excali on Raze is a better pick than Rofil on Jet?
Mm, uh, mm,
Godspeed का आवाज गया मेरे लिए.
Hello?
Okay,
I think you lagged.
I lagged. Okay, yeah, it's fine now though. We're good.
Okay, then I think so. Guys, refresh.
नहीं मेरा ping गया. Never mind, that's fine.
आ गया?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
So, again, I feel Excali Raise is like a legacy thing.
Excali Raze right now to agency built his career on, I think. Yeah.
Very legacy thing. So, and Jet Raw Fuel is a different beast. Like,
वही थोड़ा मेरा ही स्ट्रीम लैग हो रहा है. Rip. हाँ ये सब चीज़ों
is it
से.
the net or is it?
It's not getting enough bit rate, which is because like sometimes my CPU, which is trash, which is honestly I need to change, gives up, or like yeah, whatever just keeps happening. Actually ले लेना चाहिए भाई, बहुत saved up cash है मेरे पास, बहुत saved up पैसा है. क्यों नहीं ले रहा मुझे भी नहीं मालूम. Stream lag, yes guys.
One
it's
thing why
lagging.
your stream lags is you have all these pinned apps. You have to first remove these pinned apps. They
As
also take a
in
lot of memory.
pinned apps as in?
ये Spotify, WhatsApp नीचे ये सब जो है pinned.
भाई वो सब तो मेरा काम है, उसके बिना चलेगा ही नहीं. Actually
अरे तो you can just start it ना, मतलब ये background में run करता रहता है passively. Which is why you just click it और वो चालू हो जाता है इधर.
अच्छा पहले रुको, थोड़े टैब्स एक्स्ट्रा ना वो बंद कर देता हूँ, उससे भी थोड़ा पीसी थोड़ा खुश शांत हो जाएगा.
What do you think about franchising?
Oh, what do you think about franchising? So interesting. Did you see Bodork's tweet today?
Yeah, I think it's way off the mark. I'll be very honest.
I thought so too.
But I'm no one to say all this, man. Just Godspeed XD.
Right. So coming back to the veto, भाई इंटरनेट का प्रॉब्लम है कि किसका प्रॉब्लम है मुझे भी नहीं
अरे
समझ.
just check internet का problem ना. Go to fast.com or something. Just check कितना MB आ रहा है and कितना up down आ रहा है.
Fast.com 43, 49, 50. I mean laptop's on Wi-Fi, which is why it's gonna show less. So I think I should check on my PC.
To stream from your laptop.
No. I stream from my PC, but laptop
I'm
खाली
saying
set
you
करा.
should stream from your laptop.
ऐसा चलता है क्या?
हाँ, stream पे मेरा Mac भी चलता है.
So you stream from your Mac, but my laptop's also trash actually.
No, I don't stream from my Mac. मेरा Mac को 7 साल से ऊपर हो गए.
I'm getting 43 Mbps on upload. That shouldn't be a problem.
नहीं नीचे वाला up down वाला like ping and everything.
2 ms ping है, latency 2 ms, unloaded, loaded 78 ms.
Yeah, loaded. See, that's the problem.
So the internet's the problem, not the PC.
Yeah.
जियो दन. अबे वो जियो को बोलो फिक्स करने का, जिसमें मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता actually.
But still, you should remove all these background apps.
I will. चलो करता हूँ fix बाद में. Yeah, close my tabs. Yeah, close is good now. Okay, better. I saw प्रिया मैं TS पे आया तूने भाव नहीं दिया मुझे. Give some info
Damn.
about franchising. I think it's just less frames due to your CPU. भाई I think bro getting a new CPU and motherboard is not even expensive man. I think I should just do it.
I just build my same CPU now.
Which one is it? 5650?
5600, like 5600X.
Wait. Oh,
Very
okay.
simple, dude. I built the entire CPU in like 95 or yeah, 95 or something, and
Guys,
like without a GPU addition.
guys देख रहे हो क्या कोचेस पैसा कमा पा रहे हैं? इसका जवाब अभी आपको मिल चुका है.
मैं पैसा.
अभी गॉडस्पीड का जो नेक्स्ट अनाउंसमेंट आने वाला है ना गाइस, वो आप सुनोगे ना, फिर 4 पीसी आ जाएंगे गॉडस्पीड के पास.
4 piece. मेरा next announcement is that I think I've already announced it that I'm leaving, right? My
Yeah,
normal
did
job.
announce that.
So मेरा वो normal job वाला पैसा भी चला जा रहा है.
हाँ बट वो नए जॉब वाला पैसा इतना आ रहा है जो मैं सुन रहा हूँ आजकल. यू ब्रॉडबैंड नो इट्स दिस थिंग, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? जियो. मैंने रिसेंटली जियो लगाया.
वो स्पीड तो छाप रहे हैं. सही बात है सचिन.
So bind or ascent? I think bind makes more sense just because of elimination wise. Or fracture, I don't know man. I think my fracture is bind if I fracture का speed coin toss ही करना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, I will go for bind. I don't think you should go fracture because उनको side मिलेगा. With bind it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. Fracture पे side पे थोड़ा snowballing बहुत easily हो जाता है कभी
Yeah,
कभी.
especially on defense. Like if they just get the momentum and shut you down in the early rounds,
Yes.
वो pressure जो fracture में develop होता है, unless you go style default or you just have very steel solid executes, it's very difficult on attack. Like if you get snowballed early on.
True. किसी ने chat में डाला Godspeed coach of Khumbu or what?
भाई तो 3.5 लाख रुपए देते हैं और को.
सीरियस बोल रहा है कोच बहुत पैसा कमाया है. विंक विंक. सीरियस बैक आपके फाइनेंशियल्स के लिए आपको बहुत आइडिया है आपको. Godspeed is he your CA or are you his CA or
No. Serious knows about my other works as well apart from coaching.
अच्छा okay. Serious has a lot of info about your financials Godspeed. Bait कर रहा. So okay. So now it's EG bans now, right?
Yeah.
So do you ban fracture or ascent or icebox? I think fracture ban makes the most sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think fracture ban makes the most sense. Or if you're going for a safe route, you go icebox.
Yeah, I think EG will.
You let them decide. Because I think Myth will prefer going for ascent rather than fracture after because they've seen Enigma perform on fracture, even though they got shit on by Global, but like their fracture is theoretically a bit solid. Although I don't like the comp, but like yeah.
Wait, you don't like the Enigma comp?
Yeah.
The breach KO neon optic comp?
Yeah.
What do you think it needs? Viper, Sage, क्या चाहिए उसमें? Or do you just not like teams running breach KO neon since its optics style of pulling it off and not everyone can replicate that?
No, I think you can replicate it. I just feel like okay, I seem to be forgetting. Did they have Cypher or Chamber?
Who? Enigma? Or this thing? Myth are running Chamber.
No, Enigma.
Chamber because Kali Neon, na?
So that's my problem.
The Chamber on fracture? But it's
no, if you go Neon, KO and all that,
yeah,
that means you're going for the dive meta even on defense, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Since you're going for the dive meta, you're sort of relying on your Sentinel to play, to give you some sort of
value,
info and value and maybe some retake potential. With Chamber, you don't really have anything. You guard one angle, which is easily like destroyed now. The traps, you know, most of the traps.
Dish trap डालते हैं most. Aim in पे वो right all trap.
Yeah. Unless you use traps like I was talking about, like we were talking about, right? In an aggressive manner,
Yeah.
like yeah.
But I think with the comp, each you have to be extremely reactive in terms of
Oh,
defense.
definitely. And I think Cypher makes more sense in a reactive comp.
So then,
Just
so then, so then, how do you fix the comp? Like, let's say you still want to play the neon. Okay, but to implement the cipher, they're gonna have to change more than one role, right?
yeah, then they can go for Brimstone or Astra. And yeah, roles obviously.
So the bigger question becomes, what do you put Rafuel on, right? If you're not putting him on chamber,
Mm.
and if you don't want to play the jet, right? Do you put him on like a sage or like
Yeah, then
a
you go
something?
Sage. I mean,
Yeah.
then that's your only option.
So you go Ray Sage Cipher, like the current Gambit comp, which is just that change from chamber to
Yeah. Because see, I'll be very honest. I think India में the raise meta works more than the neon meta
neon
on
meta.
fracture.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you want to go raise, then KO is not as worthwhile for you.
Hmm.
Then you go for fade, right?
Yeah.
You have so much combo potential. You can just literally end things on defense. You can just hold things and okay, I won't say more, but like yeah,
समझा मैं what you're trying to say.
yeah. But it's absolutely mind blowing what you can do
True.
with breach, raise, fade, cipher, and brimstone, right?
True.
So.
Oh, you like Fade on Fracture?
Oh yeah, very much so. Especially if it's coupled with a race.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like it with a neon. I think my pairing is more like I go I go fade with race and I go
Mm-hmm.
KO with neon.
Hmm.
It's because first of all I believe that with raise and fade you have more combination potential. You can clear areas in a much smoother way. And with
Mm-hmm.
neon, with the die meta, you need KO's knife sort of
Yeah.
to disable them and to push them into to shove them into fights
Correct.
with the neon,
Yeah.
where neon will have an advantage.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I think enablers if you're talking about. So KO enables neon and fade enables race. Obviously, there are different types. There are different types of playstyles. So you can also extract value
Hmm.
in the other way, right? You can like a KO can enable rays as so much as a fade can enable neon. It's just that this is the natural thing. Like
Yeah.
if you go absolutely neutral, then this makes more sense. But again, depends on your playstyle.
But then if they play the Sage, then they can't play the Breach KO. Then you have to go back to your. Or can you actually play something like Raise Sage Brim Breach KO, like no Sentinel, but that's also too risky. So if
No,
you
I think
want
that
the
is good
Cypher.
because I don't think you need Sentinel if you have Sage.
You don't
Um,
you don't think the Cypher on defense is mandatory?
I don't think it's mandatory. No, not at all. Especially if you want to play in
A
sort of
reactive
like a
manner?
pseudo aggressive manner
Yeah,
on
then I
defense.
guess no. But since the entire comp we're basing around is the idea of playing Cypher, then the comp to fit in the Cypher has to be the. I guess instead of the Sage, you can play something like a Raze, Breach, KO, Brim, Cypher, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
But then, but I guess the way they can do again on that comp they can play a lot more for like pocket setups like they like to do on bind. So I think that's kind of
Yeah.
becomes like familiar territory for them. And also if you look at the way they're currently playing, was with the way they like to play a lot more like aim in denial with Kali when he was playing Neon and like through door, and even with RVK when he's playing breach from window and stuff like that. I think this comp doesn't necessarily force them to change their playstyle, whereas it allows them to have the basic fundamental of the older comp. Just like you need to change what utility you use to aim in denial from the neon stun to maybe like raise utilities, satchels, or nades or whatever. So they
Yeah.
just need to be ready to make that much of a bigger gamble when it comes to holding down the map towards aim in, which is just the different thing. So it's going to be interesting as to how they approach like their compound fracture if they really want to change comps around. But yeah,
Yeah.
500 done. I think रुको check करने दो YT Studio 498 पे थे मैंने जब चेक किया. Let's go guys, 500 subs. Thank you so much for the recent support. It's been insane. Twitter पे भी 1000 हो गए, इधर
Let's go.
भी हो रहा है. So yeah, it's good. Thank you guys so much for support recently. But अभी 51 people watching and 82 likes only. ये मुझे ज़्यादा समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Come on guys, 100 likes. Let's go. 100 likes. So now let's say Enigma go in for that fracture ban, right?
Mm.
Now it's down to your myth ascent ban without a doubt, right?
Oh, mid, maybe.
Maybe.
Thing is, if you compare the comps, right,
Hmm.
I don't think myths are going to fare poorly on Ascent.
What comp are they playing?
They have a very standard comp, right? Like what do you call, like जो हमारा कॉम्प था, मतलब इंडिया में जो कॉम्प चल रहा था, लाइक
Old
केओ.
comp with Astra and
या
Astra
या
KO. Huh. Current Gambit comp or Gambit playing this comp? M3C. Huh. This is basically the old comp without the fade or triple initiators.
या
What do you mean? Just better analyst करके. Congo भाई thank you AK614. कैसे आजकल चलना बोल रहा है? चल निकल ब्लॉक. तू रात तक है ना? कैसे भी तेरे को कल काम कितने बजे है वो बता, अपन खेलते हैं. इसी 25 से 30 इसमें क्या समझ नहीं आ रहा है. अरे क्योंकि 54 लोग अभी देख रहे हैं और 86 लाइक्स ही हुए हैं. एंड जो लोग पहले आए थे स्ट्रीम के स्टार्टिंग में लाइक्स ज़्यादा थे. तो अभी लाइक्स का रेशियो जो रेट ऑफ प्रोग्रेशन ऑफ लाइक्स है वो कम है. समझे? वो समझ में नहीं आया.
सक्षम एक्चुअली मेरे स्ट्रीम को वो बेंचमार्क करके कर रहा है भाई. मेरी स्ट्रीम में लोग लाइक नहीं करते हैं.
भाई इधर में भीख मांग रहा हूँ कि लाइक करो
वो
तो
लोग
लोग
लाइक करते ही नहीं है
करेंगे.
भाई, वो लोग करते ही नहीं है. सक्षम को पता है 100 150 वॉच के 50 लाइक्स पे पड़ेगा.
But
पढ़ाइए.
you don't tell them.
No, I have started telling them. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
करो लाइक
लाइक
करो
करो यार,
पैच
मतलब
लाइक करो.
फ्री. आ जाए यार, कितना टाइम.
अरे वो ब्लॉक वन से प्ले पग्स और कुछ नहीं.
जाओ 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 जाओ.
नहीं करेंगे नहीं थोड़ा और मज़ा आ रहा है. सो असेंट आइसबॉक्स Ascent comp wise, ooh, okay. So the reason, if you're basing just on basis of comps, Enigma can show the secondary playstyle with the non-Sage comp, which I think can be a little bit of an X factor coming into Ascent. And Myth, you kind of worried about हम लोग दो comps anti-shot करेंगे तो क्या होगा. And now EG also have time to prepare a third comp because they've showed कि हमारे पास दो fade players है, दो जन को हम fade पे डाल सकते हैं. So if they want to really play the fade, they can put Kali on the fade as well for Ascent.
See, my only thing is I won't change comps right now
For Enigma,
unless थोड़ा adjust करना हो, थोड़ा सा adjustment we can do. I will not like tear apart comps अभी या bring in an unknown catalyst अभी, because
नहीं, I'm
अभी.
saying already prepared कुछ रहेगा तो वैसा, because in group stages like they had a pretty good run, right, and they also got that one extra day. So if they want to do some extra pep, maybe they can cheese out and squeeze out one comp.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I think EG should stick to comfort. They've shown that when they stick to comfort, they actually play well. And whenever they've started or gone towards experimentation, you know what has happened.
So okay,
So
so that's an interesting question. What do you think is EG's comfort on a map like Split, right? Do you think the Jet Race comp is comfort? Do you think putting Kali on Raze and Rafael on Chamber is comfort? Or what's your idea of comfort on a map like for EG on a map like Split, right? Because is it no initiators with the old comp with Jet Race, Sage Cypher, or is it the Sky comp, or is it what is it?
I think definitely the jet race makes more sense.
Even though that's like a really prehistoric comp, you like.
Yeah, for Enigma, I would definitely go for that. Because Enigma have the people like to do that.
But I think they really get like if they start getting picked off now, I think on that comp they actually lack reactions and lack
Yeah.
basic, like not reactions, like yeah, like reactions only actually, basic stuff to rely on, like in terms of strat book.
I don't know. I think what happened versus GE was,
They weren't prepared for the fade.
first of all, yeah, that. And second, they absolutely choked towards Vents
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
right? Thirdly, what I feel was, I just think they didn't play split for a long time with this one.
So but then
Maybe they were preparing something else, right?
yeah.
And then during the veto or after, during the tournament or during the match, they said like, fuck it, we'll go with the normal safe comp, right?
But also, do you think okay? So the reason why I think what you're saying is they're choking on the Wen defense is because they've always played Wen defense that way, like putting it on the trip and saying fuck it, we'll just play A ramp side. We won't need to contest anything for ropes, which makes sense. But I guess when you change agent comps on the previous comp, like which they were playing with the Sky, I think that makes
Yeah,
more sense. But with this,
yeah,
when you're not playing the Sky for information gathering, it doesn't make sense to run a comp like that and run
exactly.
that defensive style, which is what they didn't change.
And also the thing is, the traps were okay, but their movement around vents was very weird.
Yeah.
Like there was a round where RVK knows ki upar trap hai and he knows ki people are vents. He starts climbing down rope.
But yeah, I guess like that's just like a little bit of desperation coming through as well.
Yeah, so timing issues. I think RVK had many timing issues against you
Mm.
guys. I don't know why, but like he was caught on timing a lot, which is very unusual because
Yeah,
RVK is generally like your
strong with
timing
the
guy.
timings. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. बस मैथ्स का एग्ज़ाम हो जाए आज, हो गया आज मेरा, और मत पढ़ाओ. अरे अरे.
I guess, but that's the way, right, Malav?
Yeah.
The thing with players who rely on timing or who are champions of timing
Hmm.
or are good with timing is that when it doesn't work, it just
It
doesn't
just,
work,
yeah,
and it feels like you're stupid. But when it works, it feels
feels
like
like
you're
you're a
just
demon.
crazy, you're a genius.
Yeah, which is what makes him a great lurker. Like,
Yeah.
which is why, like, which is why it also makes sense. बस okay, I replied that. माफ करो, पहले ही डिप्रेशन में छोड़ रहा है मैं इस लॉल. Simply Naji, welcome Rich. Now he is late over here. Group Enigma lol. The rank right now is Diamond 1. I don't have this thing.
No, Saksham. He can't because he's
Participating.
affiliated.
हाँ,
Yeah.
मैंने लोगों को यही बोला कि यार अभी ये हो रहा है तो सी ए and Godspeed asked them to ask for watch party permissions. So maybe Godspeed, do you think we can see a watch party coming out from your end?
Well, let's see, man. I hope.
If you get the permissions, will you do it? Though, I
Oh,
guess.
definitely.
Let's
Obviously.
go. Let's go. So now,
Every day of the week.
let's go. And
Every match. Every
Sleepy's
match.
also not doing a watch party. So I don't know how many bigger SA players actually doing a watch party. So you guys can get a good chunk of the viewership.
I mean, it's not about viewership for me.
Yeah, but it's just like an added benefit, like it helps you grow your brand.
It's just that I like watching the game, and since people already ask us questions about the game, right?
Yeah.
Always better for me to do live analysis. I feel like that is sort of my forte as well, like
Mm-hmm.
finding things on the spot. I
Yeah.
remember doing the global versus fancy one as well,
Mm.
and yeah, I remember that and the 12-11 rounds and everything, and how we dissected about वो alarm bot लगा नहीं लगा smoke के अंदर लगा क्या हुआ trap
Mm-hmm.
everything. And I watch party serious, so obviously we just need rights serious.
No, wait, but
Current rights चाहिए हमको.
will Sirius also get them because of his affiliation with BLEED? Like, would that be a factor?
No, because he's part of the social media.
Okay,
Not
so that's not.
yeah.
What do you think about RVK on Viper in split? I think that's definitely the role he should be playing, man. Think he definitely, for me, I think RVK on Sentinel/looking roles makes sense. But I guess like the reason they can't completely have him running on the Sentinel role is because if you're playing the Neon, which they've liked to do on one map, you kind of force him to get off the Sentinel role because your Sentinel player has to pick up the secondary initiator, since your Sentinel is going to be picked up by your primary duelist who is not going to be playing the Neon in most cases. So yeah.
Saksham, भाई अभी अच्छा I this is team speak, so I can't really show you. मैं लिटरली वीडियो कट करके बैठा हूँ वो मलफ के सॉरी ये EG और GE के व्हाट विल द ग्रुप्स लुक लाइक वाले मेरा कट करके लिटरली बैठा हूँ मैं अभी बस वो ही उसको रेंडर करके डालने वाला था यूट्यूब पे आज.
So yeah, guys, 62 watching, 94 likes. Come on, like 6 more likes. फिर 150 के लिए तो दूर है थोड़ा, but come on, 6 more likes. आपको तो easy मिल जाएगा पाजी. I think I can get it asked nicely. Serious, if you do that, also ask Riot for a Riot buddy for me. What you choose, Viper or Restaurant Split? They're both completely different roles, and none of them can replace each other.
Yeah, but I think Viper is very redundant, especially with how people play Viper nowadays. On split, like you have the same Ghisapeta wall. You can do so much with walls, I guess. I don't know.
I think Reverend tried to do a lot around the Viper walls, but also becomes like an easy tell for us to counter strat sometimes.
Yeah, but again, if you have more prep, you can use those to confuse them as well with defaults.
Yeah.
Like if you start using them in defaults
Yeah.
and then guys it as an excuse, I mean execute. So
but yeah,
लेकिन
like,
आने तो
yeah,
उसका
वो तो बात
excuse.
अलग है.
भाई आनी तो कल थी पर कल सो गया मैं.
Okay, so Ascent Icebox. I think, or instead of banning Fracture, why don't EG just ban the Icebox? Their second ban. They haven't played it for too long. उन्होंने
Yeah,
LAN पे
that's
खेला
what
ही
I
नहीं है.
said. Yeah.
हाँ, LAN पे खेला ही नहीं है उन्होंने. बहुत time हो गया. The last comp that they played on it was Jet Chamber, something really old. They might not have had enough. Then no one played them on LAN, so they don't have any real tournament experience on it. So I guess they also lean towards that. Plus
But
with
also they lost Icebox, right?
yeah, plus with Ascent Icebox, since Smith have showed tendencies where they like to ban the fracture, like be it first ban, be it second ban or whatever, be it first ban in most cases. So you kind of force them to ban that map, and then you're going to Ascent, which you can play out
Yeah, and also the thing is, they lost to Prime 5 no?
on fracture.
On Icebox.
On Icebox, but they also lost fracture against Exploit the last time they like on their recent this thing is losses.
Exploit का तो पता नहीं, but like Prime 5 was SCS only ना?
हाँ ऐसी उसमें TC का जो इनविटेशनल था ना एक इसके पहले,
हाँ,
उस पे वो लोग 3-2 हारे थे ना, रिवर्स स्वीप हुए थे शायद से, उसमें फ्रैक्चर मैप 3 था और किंग चेंबर लेके दे रहा था उनको।
वो I
तो
don't.
पुराना हो गया अभी थोड़ा।
हाँ, but SCS में they lost to Prime. Like this is the only Icebox map they played, if I remember correctly, right?
देखने दो जरा, हम इधर ही देख सकते हैं।
Like SCS में.
Prime 5 13-7. Yeah, Prime 5 13-7 them, and they still played a really old comp.
Yeah.
But I think now after this they start playing. Did they play the Killjoy on Icebox, or am I just dreaming? They played against Orangutan also. Orangutan also 14-12 them. भूल गया क्या Godspeed अब भी, मैं भी भूल गया था।
Yeah, मैं भी भूल गया।
They changed the comp roles after that.
Oh fuck, I remember 14-12 now. भाई शूटर लास्ट में ऑनलाइन आया था।
They're playing
टेसरेक्ट ने 40 मारे थे।
demon mode for Tesseract.
37 शायद, 40 नहीं तो पता नहीं।
demon mode. They should be prepared for fast executes.
पिकेम्स सैट भाई, मेरे पिकेम्स करेक्ट हो गए भाई, ग्लोबल को जिताया था मैंने। वो भी लोअर ब्रैकेट से रखे।
Doesn't SCTNs avoid Breeze and other big maps? But in this case, the Breeze doesn't fucking matter because EG का perma ban बहुत time से Breeze है दोस्तों, बहुत time से perma ban Breeze है, so it doesn't matter. No duelist comp, yeah, this is the optic ये comp कहती है ना? Optic comp. Yes.
I don't really like it.
अगर सामने KO है तो GG end go next हो जाता है more or less, which is what happened to
उसका भी नहीं, I just think India में there is no place for
no duelist.
No duelist comps here.
On Icebox or in all maps?
No, not on Icebox.
हाँ, मेरे को ऑल मैच से बोलने वाले तो फिर मैं थोड़ा वैसा आइस दे देता आपको, लाइक क्या बोलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो आप?
No, because I told you I like your Ascent comp. Just that.
We were just hilariously underutilizing our utility.
The 3 initiators, like.
Yeah, that's true. That's been a glaring issue for me. So it's like, yeah, we're aware of it.
Yeah, but yeah, Icebox may definitely no. Duelist comp won't work in India at least. Like obviously, if you're Enigma, Global, VLT, you might win.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean it works, because Icebox is a lot freedom based as well. And if your other team is getting that freedom, with their players, they will outshine your stars.
True.
And once they start outshining your stars, you come under pressure, and then there is no plan B for this. That is my main issue. Like with at least a duelist or something, like be it Reina or Jet, like you can play Reina single duelist here.
Yeah, I think this is a very fanatic comp, no? Or that got leaked that they were trying. Reina single duelist chamber के.
No, M3C played ना recently.
अच्छा, M3C played it.
M3C नहीं, Ascent played it. Reina single duelist.
हाँ, वो लोग तो खेल रहे थे, like बहुत time से खेल रहे वो लोग. OGLU के सामने ही खेले थे ना first I think. Yeah.
Because I think so that works.
Yeah.
Because Reina से spacing problem नहीं होता. Reina से you can evade, you can heal yourself. It's basically like a self-sustained machine.
Yeah. Bro, Malav, can you be a bit louder? और बढ़ाओ क्या वॉल्यूम मेरा? 7-10 कर दूँ क्या ये गेन को? 7.5 के आसपास करता. चलो, this should be better now hopefully. Godspeed, Malav की स्ट्रीम में फैन अलर्ट नहीं देना पड़ता है, ये भीड़ भाग क्यों? Sorry.
भाई नहीं आए वो फैन अलर्ट तो अच्छा है भाई.
Yeah, exactly. I think they should have tried Breeze. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, but the problem is कि if you're Enigma, एक Breeze खेलने के लिए समय नहीं है तुम्हारे पास, क्योंकि तुम इतने टाइम से खेल चुके हो ये, इतने टाइम से परमा बैन कर रहे हो उसको, तुम्हारे पास परमा बैन से हटाने के लिए समय ही नहीं है उसके बाद उसके लिए. The last time they played it, I think they played it against VLT, और उसको भी साल हो गया भाई. I think साल is hyperbole, but 6-7 months at least. Since this new lineup comp, I think they've only played it once or twice. Even C9 plays this comp. Okay. So, Malav bhai, yes, Sagar bhai. Why not triple initiator, Viper and chamber on Breeze? Triple initiator and chamber on Breeze. यार तुम खेल सकते हो honestly, but I don't think Breeze is a map where this much utility has a place. The way I look at it.
Also, it's so open, man.
Yeah.
Unless you're just playing for executes or just going to group up. And again, grouping up takes a lot of time because of the areas of the map.
Yeah.
After playing your defaults, if you're trying to play that way.
Yeah.
So
You going
yeah,
Singapore? No, I am not going to Singapore. What do you think about Euro and Breach combo and bind? I think Euro and Fade is better. But I think with the Euro, if you play the Euro, you need someone to babysit the Euro. Like, to help with utility because Euro is not self-sufficient.
mm,
Enigma ने भी Ascent वाला comp खेला था Icebox पे? No. They used to play Jet Reina. That was their OG comp.
yeah, that was the OG com for Icebox for everyone.
भाई
Then
पूछो मत
people
वो comp के
replaced.
सामने क्या हुआ है हमारे साथ.
Then people replaced Reina with another.
के और
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
No, not even KO. पहले तो Sage और Killjoy आ गया
Sage
था
खेल
ना.
जा गया था. हाँ.
हाँ, उस
But
समय.
recently it's been the KO.
Yeah.
PRX trolling la, yeah, they more or less confirmed their stage in the playoffs. So yes. Yeah, you have point. Not mentioned to play. DRX plays triple initiative base chamber chaos sky Sova and Viper. हाँ but वो DRX है ना उनके उनके जितना उतना जितना great communication उतना जितना execution this thing. Plus also you guys have to remember कि तुम ये comps ऐसे triple initiatives खेल सकते हो. Like इतना fancy comps. I was actually having a conversation about this with someone is कि तुम if you're not playing hilariously off meta comps, right? तुम्हें ऐसा कुछ खेलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है क्योंकि तुम प्लेयर कंफर्ट को इतना कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ भी नहीं कर सकते हो.
True.
Which is the way I think.
And also look at the three initiators they're playing.
Chaos guys over.
It's basically one's initiator, right? See you tomorrow. Bye, serious. Sova, Sky, KO. Sky and KO are self-sufficient half duelists, like pseudo duelists.
Yeah.
So they are not playing your Breach or Yoru. I'm sorry, Fade or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're basically going for potential agents that can be duelists without the need for Chamber to
But
join in your
yeah.
executes.
Yeah.
So Chamber then becomes your lurker, your Viper joins in your executes, and then
Yeah.
you make a foreman, and then vice versa when Viper is on the other side. So they have solved the lack of gathering up वाला जो time रहता है by doing this, by picking initiators that can act as duelists.
Yeah. DRX are playing triple initiators and praise the other reasons, but yeah, they're utility based. And they also playing a really nice bind comp. I think Fade Breach नहीं होना ऐसा कुछ खेल रहे. So it shows the tendency that as a team like DRX who always had great utility usage in this meta, going for these agent compositions makes sense for them since they can brute force a lot more. So yeah, remember PRX was after the disconnect whole match went to win. भाई मत दिलाओ ये सब याद. क्यों याद दिलाते हो? और भाई किधर है फिर? Hello Mindfuck, welcome to the stream. 105 likes, come on guys, let's get some more likes and let's go. Likes तो करने ही पड़ेंगे दोस्तों, likes के बिना थोड़ी ना छोड़ूंगा मैं आपको. I don't like Enigma banning the fracture here. मेरे को personally नहीं जम रहा, तो I don't think it's the correct decision. What do you say, Godspeed?
I'm just banning it because of the defense wala cheese, rather to be safe than sorry. Because I guess if you are Enigma, how Enigma have always thought things out is that Icebox से खेल लेंगे, like. But with fracture, especially after what has happened, right? I think they will be very apprehensive about fracture.
So the reason why I want to ban the Icebox here is because you haven't played the Icebox in an official in a long time. You don't have the raw data on it. Let's say a glaring problem comes up. Like let's say you don't have a solution to a mid to be hit, the Fnatic hit. तो तुम उस चीज़ के constant mind में pressure में रह के कैसे react करोगे? तुम वो नहीं कर सकते हो. Which is exactly why, since there is more data on center fracture, I think EG banning this thing makes more sense.
Yeah, but they're not a data heavy team. You already know their process, right?
Which is, I think, what's important when you're playing APAC or when you're playing international. You use the raw data to improve yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. What I'm saying is they are more sort of like your field-based team, like not structured more towards numbers and stats and
not even numbers and stats, like raw data in terms of rounds played also, right? Recent history,
Yeah.
which I think is one of the biggest stats recently.
Yeah, but again, the more, and as I said, feel intuition based.
Yeah, which I think is an approach they need to start moving a little bit away from,
Yeah, it works in India.
but not internationally, no.
Yeah.
So which is why I think the Icebox ban makes more sense. If I'm that's the way I'm thinking. Like fracture ठीक है हम लोग ने लैंड पे एक बार VLT के सामने खेला एक बार GE के सामने खेला we won once we lost once GE के सामने मुंबई लैंड में भी फ्रैक्चर खेला हमने रिसेंटली खेला है ज़्यादा और it's one map जो I think something you can go to more than Icebox because Icebox पे यार तुम you've lost to Prime 5 the last time you played it. That's always going to be like something at the back of your head कि हम लोग कैसे हार गए ये, which is why I think banning Icebox is the correct decision for EG.
I think if I'm Enigma, let's say I'm
हाँ
thinking, they'll be like, यार पहला बात तो we're playing from Chennai, ठीक है?
40 पे
Ping
है.
difference थोड़ा सा रहेगा, right?
So you don't
The
want to go to
second,
Ascent since it's a more aim deal heavy map?
no, I'm saying you can go for aim duels if it's an open map, right? But fracture इतना close angles ये सब है कि reaction time is more important there, right? Compared to your Breeze or Icebox, right? Obviously, Breeze तो insta ban है, but in case नहीं होता, I think they would have gone for Breeze because open maps you at least have a fair chance. But with corners and everything, obviously you will fear वो एक back of the mind में रह जाता है psychologically if they think like that.
Yeah. But Ascent is also a very gunfight heavy map in a lot of cases, no? Which is why Ascent is also, if you're using the ping factor, Ascent also becomes like there's
Yeah,
a reason for this.
which is why they're leaving Ascent and Icebox in the hope that obviously they'll pick Icebox Myth, right?
Yeah, but I think banning Icebox is a stronger decision here. मैं personally वैसे सोचता हूँ.
Oh, definitely. Like again, if you're looking at it neutrally, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at it from Enigma's perspective, like how
Yeah,
Enigma
yeah, yeah,
are.
yeah.
I think they'll go for the fracture pan over an
Yeah.
icebox because I think they are such masters of icebox. They can just scrim twice icebox during this break and they can be just done with it, right?
True.
Because we are not taking scrims into account, and I'm not going to leak any
The
scrims
results.
later or info.
Yeah.
But yeah.
रुको जरा chat पढ़ लेते हैं. PRX versus G. Okay, well, I think Korean teams has played the most LAN events. Yeah. Ask Godspeed, when does RGE play? भाई ये तो बहुत toxic हो गया. Do you think AG messes up when they want to surprise opponents with their comps? I think more than messing up, it's just that they don't adapt well to their change in playstyle. Sometimes I don't know. You really streamed, man. Miracle. I think I have some free time. These 1 or 2 days are a little bit of a break from practice, so I decided to stream, and I promised people yesterday that I would stream today. Plus the support has been insane, so all the more reason to. What happened to NRG 100 Thieves and Sandals now? Looks like G can defeat them easily. By 100 Thieves के सामने I used to think starting में हम जीत जाएंगे, but the way they've been playing recently, I don't think so. I think this time SA will perform.
Hard copium, guys.
The hard copium. I
PG
think
will beat 100 Thieves.
I think SA will perform. I wish and I want us to. I think EG can defeat Myth. I think so too. Maybe we सोचो कि एक वक्त में दो टीम कैसे क्या dude. Myth ban split, EG ban Breeze, Myth ban Icebox, EG pick ban, Myth ban Fracture, EG ban Haven, Ascent remains. Myth ban split, understandable. EG bans Breeze, understandable. Myth pick Icebox, not understandable because Myth haven't picked Icebox at all in any of the recent competition and they've let it go to map 3, something they want in their pocket towards going to win the maps. EG pick bind, understandable. Myth ban Fracture, I can go for that. And EG ban Haven, which I don't fully understand. Ascent remains. I don't like the fact that Ascent is last map either. But
I think EG will be more comfortable on Haven as well.
Yeah.
More duel, like they can just brawn it out. If nothing's working, they'll just pick and hold and pick basically.
But that's not called good Jesse and Aji versus 100 Thieves match. Once I think 100 Thieves are really drilled in squad, at least this thing wise. Not mechanics wise, fundamentals wise. Or they're getting drilled in by one of the best coaches in Valorant.
सीधी सा बात है, leave G, no South Asian team can beat 100 Thieves.
No, SEA may be 1 or 2 teams only, I think, will able to come close to beating them.
No, I don't know. I'm not talking about current form. Talking even when they were made, you're just high on copium if you think an SA team can beat. It's just because you are watching it from far away. When you actually dumb it down and you actually see layers, there's no way. Because you have to also classify in terms of the level of competition they are facing and how they are playing versus the level of competition we are facing as well. We look
Uh-huh.
good because we are facing tier 3. They look good because they are facing their own tier.
Right, yeah. AC बंद कर रहा था इसलिए my stream looks a little funny right now, but yeah. But I think मैं Haven की जगह Icebox लेगी. I explained why. आप लोग इतना English क्यों बोलते हो? I don't know actually, Godspeed. Do you know why we speak so much English?
Not really, man. I guess it's because it's been personally for me. It's because I have been coaching Bahar and I just got habituated with speaking English because of Bahar coaching
Yeah.
and all. Like
I think that's the same reasoning for me as well. I think बाहर पढ़ो बाहर ये करो
yeah,
and स्कूल में भी आई थिंक मैं सब लोग के साथ इंग्लिश में ही बात करता था भाई लाइक इनफैक्ट मैं घर पे भाई के साथ भी इंग्लिश में बात करता हूँ लाइक भाई इंडिया में नहीं है अभी वो पता लगे बट हर जगह पे अगर मैं हिंदी से इंग्लिश में बात करना सीखा हूँ तो फिर वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड होता है कि यार नहीं यार इंग्लिश में ही बात करना चाहिए
yeah. I mean,
वो मुझसे निकलता ही है
look at the bright side, Malav. We at least haven't caught a fake accent yet. So
सुन दो
soon, bro. Yeah, Malav जाएगा कनाडा तो सब hey.
this stream करूँगा what if IP said fuck everything let's play Breeze since no one has Breeze words and if they did then I think like if that's their secret weapon right then I think they should have used it on LAN in finals instead
किसने बोला ये?
ये
Transfer.
क्रॉसफायर
नाम याद रखो.
पिक करेगी तो फिर ये वाइबी ऑल्ट तो नहीं है कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट गॉड लाइक इन वैलोरेंट सून
Yeah,
या
I mean,
I
yeah.
mean yeah yeah lol I think a much better heavy utility and bit bigger and we can defeat 100 thieves I think but वो individual player shining का थोड़ा सीन हो जाता है बाद में दोस्तों वो थोड़ा अनकंट्रोलेबल फैक्टर्स हो जाता है डू यू नो ईजी बॉयज आर प्लेइंग फ्रॉम चेन्नई हाँ एलेक्स जी वो जो ELD यूज़ कर रहे थे लास्ट दो एक टाइम से पैक के लिए तभी I think Rafael and Jet is better than Chamber on Icebox. The mid to be wishes haven't worked. Yeah, that's what we were discussing. Yeah, Godspeed got a point. True. The way they were filling this whole tournament. किसकी बात कर रहे हो? 100 कब से F क्या बोल रहा है ब्लॉक तो मैसेज करना मेरे को WhatsApp पे या फिर Instagram
अरे
पे
वो
ताकि
बोला
मैं इधर
कब से वेट कर रहा है.
अरे ब्लॉक तेरे को किधर कुछ सोचने जाने का है
Where's
Well,
your Australian accent, Godspeed, mate?
that's only comes on when he's on Tinder and he's talking to women from Tinder like you know that's the only time he uses it like yeah mates I got
Yeah,
it
mate. भाई नहीं होता मेरे से accent.
Same.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता. I've tried accent like oh my god. So this is how we speak from now onwards. So
Yeah,
this is.
is the yeah man
But नहीं होता भाई मेरे से.
फिर
No,
सही
मैं
है
मैं बेसिक क्या करता हूँ साउथ इंडियन एक्सेंट लाइक and this is how we speak guys and do you remember what we said last time around and you should do that and वो थोड़ा बहुत मैं कर सकता हूँ it's because funny story मतलब the VP of Xavier's morning जब वहाँ पे था मैं was South Indian right so every day I used to go late I used to arrive late in college because college is like 20-25 kilometers away from me morning
Damn.
6 o'clock
Yeah.
so and like I have sand in my eyes and sab kuch and it's like every morning you come late every morning what are you doing guys don't do this man don't do this you're coming from that far away why go to some other college you don't have to bless me don't bless me with your presence go to some other college they will require you
वाह
बहुत मस्त बोल
What are your thoughts on VLT performance? I think it's a little bit of lack of comfort and a little bit of rushed roles which they aren't 100% comfortable with yet. But yeah, I think they have time now to build. What's with the Southern Indian slander? No, he's
it's
just
not slander
it's just him.
I'm
anecdote,
professing
you
my
know.
love for the language. Godspeed SXE, हाँ भाई. SXE morning batch, second in India.
What does SXE mean? Is it like a university, a college name?
Yeah.
Okay. ऑफिस कितने बजे तेरे को इवनिंग शिफ्ट है ना तेरा नाइट शिफ्ट है कि मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट है तुझे but I think Indian teams lack compared to others. I think a lot of teams we have like I think a little bit of a weaker mid-rounding decision making, a little bit of weaker actions and confidence wise. I think Indian teams struggle a lot, while the other teams have a lot more confidence. I think.
Also father Savio. Yeah, Eduardo Savio or something. Don't remember the first name, but yeah, Savio.
Do you think franchising will kill low-funded teams. No, third-party events can still continue, and there will still be like a regional league for teams that don't make it to franchising. Isn't that correct, Godspeed?
Yeah, and VP was Dominic Rishabh.
To execute Neon fast plays, the team synergy and utilization should also be on point. Yeah, of course. Godspeed, you're literally a Bengali. Okay, I don't like the way this conversation is going.
I'm literally a Bengali. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Let's.
Born and brought up in Bengal.
So now your myth fracture ban for myth is pretty obvious. I think myth ban fracture too. Like myth ban 2 is fracture. I think Ascent is decider.
I just don't want EG to win against Myth, to be honest.
Oh wow.
First match.
So they go to play Cerberus and then play the weaker team out of Myth because you think Myth are the strongest team in the group?
No. It's just that because I know that if EG win against Myth this time around,
Yeah.
then they go on to lose against Boom and they face Myth in the decider.
Then Myth counter start करके
Not counter strat, it's just EG's
adapt
luck, right?
करके. अच्छा okay. EG.
EG always win first, lose second.
Let's break the curse.
Let's just lose and then win against Cerberus, pick up confidence and then shut them down.
Don't you think VLT is preparing for too long? I feel they're preparing for Asian bans. That's why players are out of their comfort zone. No, it's not like they're playing, but like I think right now it's too soon for Valorant to have Asian bans. Personally, in the meta currently, so if they're already adapting, I think that's a little too आगे का सोच. I think because you're like, does that come at the cost of qualification for one of the biggest events in the stage?
No, I don't think they're. So, guys, do you guys watch anime?
पानी पी रहा हूँ अभी आवाज़ ASMR हो जाएगा 2 मिनट के लिए.
Guys, if you watch anime, you have to understand sometimes some teams have to take drastic measures, and due to that, they don't really make it to the main stage the first time around. And right then there is an overlay. Then the protagonist cries and says, "I'll be there one day." And then the next time around, they are there. It's just the same. It's just the same. I think they prepared. I think it's necessary. What they're doing is necessary for them to have a chance at APAC.
Mm-hmm.
They're not considering India, right? And maybe they should have, like with this close vicinity of the tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they should have. But I don't find any fault in their approach because that approach is necessary for them to succeed in APAC. I believe so with all my heart that what they're doing is correct for Indian teams for APAC. But maybe it was just too soon. Too much too soon. You rather do it brick by brick, like change one agent and then let's play. Then after the tournament, change another agent and then let's play, like bit by bit. Because I think I have also said this multiple times on my stream. What happens, Malav? Let's say we are talking, we are practicing fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm also giving them new agents to play. Now their focus is divided because their focus at once is at fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
But the second, they also have to focus on the new agent and mastering that and their abilities, right?
Yeah.
तो उनका focus divide हो जाता है, तो practice का जो efficiency है वो low हो जाता है.
True.
आ गया भाई. Congratulations मतलब.
अरे भाई मैंने मेरा स्पैम प्रोडक्शन फ़िल्टर आज ही चेंज किया क्योंकि जो भी लोग कभी कभी चीज़ें डालते थे वो या अभी चलो थैंक यू नाइट बॉट इज स्मार्ट यू नो अभी हो गया थोड़ा चैट पड़ता है वापस. EG इज़ नॉट गुड एट रिवेंज मैचेस कहते हैं सो इसको थोड़ा सा क्लिप्स सही से क्लिप करना. कल तक गॉडस्पीड कैंसिल. आई वांट EG टू लूज अगेंस्ट मिथ. सही है संगॉन पे आ जाएगा. फिर गॉडस्पीड योर DMs. The GLB strat lose to win 5-8. Hellranger on Fade was absolutely risky. I have to say, Lightning Fast and Cypher after a very long time. Do you think that risk worth? Okay. Hellranger on Fade, I don't think it's risky. Okay. So I've been having a inner conversation with myself. I think Fade is the ideal agent.
True.
I think Fade is the ideal.
Fade or Breach.
Yeah, I think the reason why Fade I think is the ideal agent is because Fade पे तुम इतनी चीज़ें कर सकते हो कि your normal player in mid rounding can't remember that. समझे. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक फेड पे इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज फेड लाइनअप्स तुम किधर भी डाल सकते हो. एंड आई एडमिट मैंने सीए के स्ट्रीम पे बोला था कि फेड उतना अच्छा नहीं है बट आफ्टर डूइंग अ लॉट मोर सर्वर टाइम विद हर आई थिंक फेड इज एन एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट एजेंट टू रन ऑन सर्टेन मैप्स. एंड आई थिंक आई पर्सनली लाइक हर अ लॉट मोर I think she fits my style of looking at the game as well, because I like to, like, unlock possibilities, unlocks things that teams like, unlock an X factor types, and I think Fate kind of helps me look into that. And I also have been playing her in ranked a little bit, and I absolutely enjoy playing her in ranked. So I think,
Remember my statement on CS stream.
but I'll admit, like, I had a similar review on Chamber as well earlier, but after I put in more server time with it, like today only, I think I put in like 2 hours of server time on a few maps on Fade, trying to like understand her attack more and to see what.
Zero server time. I just bought Fade also.
Yeah, see, but still, I haven't. I had the agent just unlocked them actually.
No, it's because it, it's just because again, if not anything, Malav, people won't be prepared.
Yeah, they would expect a lot of things that he can do, and I think
And
I want to do a lot of things with the agent.
yeah,
So
and
I
like
think that's
how
what's
I
good for us.
classify Fade as in is like Heaven. She's terrible.
Yeah,
Right?
even she's terrible because the skybox is
Yeah,
non-existent.
Breeze, she is out of pocket. She's not good enough for me on Breeze.
Hmm.
On Split, Fracture, Bellissima, beautiful. On Bind
I think Bind
and
is the best
Icebox,
map.
on Bind and Icebox, she's good. See, on Bind, why is she not best? Why is Bind not the best map for her? According to me, is that you can counter her utility a lot better with the ankles compared to Split. Compared to Split and Fracture, especially, like you can't counter utility in that way. I can show you multiple lineups from Fracture, which you by the time you break, either the players will come and bum rush
No,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, but on Bind you have ways.
yeah.
That is the only difference for me, where Fade का full utilization, full value Split और Fracture में मेरे लिए आता है.
Mm.
Guys, हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ ना, ऐसे नहीं कि देखो हम हिंदी में बात कर रहे हैं. और Bind is very good for her. It's just that I don't feel it's her best map, and Icebox is good for her.
I think the reason I'm saying Bind is her best map is because on Bind, like I think when you play her, the comps, like let's say there's 2 types of comps that you see teams playing, right? And I think Fate does well against both those styles of comps. Like if it's your Viper Sage comp, if teams are playing the Sage, like if they want to play the Sage against you, or if teams are playing the normal no Sage comp, I think the Fate does very well against both comps to enable both one plant denial style of playing, and two like fast paced aggression denial and that kind of style of playing as well, right?
Yeah.
So which is why I think she is an absolute must pick on Ascent for teams right now. Plus with the skybox on Fate,
Oh, Ascent, I forgot Ascent. Yeah, Ascent, definitely.
Ascent is also good, yeah.
Yeah.
And also like the skybox, like on Bind, थोड़ा open map है, so तुम lineups इधर उधर से किधर से भी डाल सकते हो, and multiple lineups work. And Fate was, and Bind was one of the first maps where I think teams moved away, Haven को छोड़ के, away from the, like like if you remember this thing comp, the comp which absolutely dominated Bind in the middle.
What double initiator, double controller?
नहीं इनका क्या कॉम्प था, असेंट का चैंपियंस कॉम्प, व्हेन दे वर द गॉड्स. रेड बुल में 13-0 किया था गैम्बिट को.
स्काई सिंगल इनिशिएटर
रेज ब्रिम सेज.
हाँ.
So yeah. Okay, you don't need how the turntables. EG का plan क्या bracket का, plane क्या bracket का? I'll show it in a second. This is literally fucking deciding pro comms after playing agents in plat lobbies. 1 diamond lobbies and 2 I've been doing that since like the last year and a half. So it's been working out well enough. So I'll take it. थोड़ा chat पढ़ लेता हूँ 2 second. Why orangutan chose Ascent against you guys? I think orangutan के साथ क्या हो गया कि हमने जो ब्रीज खेला VLT के सामने, वो लोग वो देख के थोड़ा डर गए और इसीलिए वो लोग को ब्रीज ने खेला था. और फिर उनके पास ग्लेयरिंग मैप पूल इश्यूज़ है बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली नया टीम है, तो फिर कुछ मैप पूल डेवलप नहीं कर पा रहेंगे. सो फ्रैक्चर मुझे तो लगता है उन्होंने खुद अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मार दी और फ्रैक्चर पे हमें लेके गए जब भी हम फ्रैक्चर ज़्यादा खेल रहे थे. गॉडस्पीड के फैंस मालव के पास भी आ गए. यस दैट्स आई थिंक दैट्स बिग अचीवमेंट फॉर मी. जस्ट गेट एक्सेसिंग द प्लेइंग 5 एंड दे मेक इट कोपे अगेन. ट्रू फाइनली ओके. ये फेड इज IG legend, no cap. True. Aren't new Valo roster? What do you think they'll be good after new edition? I mean, yeah, let's see the roles wise. I think fracking power, yeah, it's good, but I think there's other things that are more important than fracking power within the team. You don't need so much exposed to be, yeah, like you find good lineups. Yes. EG का plane bracket क्या है, नीचे दिखा देता हूँ किधर क्या है. Very sexy Keisha Backy. Easy का plain brackets. Here you go. What did Shinobi teach you? I wasn't in the team when Shinobi was there. Do you prefer Sage on Icebox? If yes, then why? Conflicted mind on Sage. Actually, honestly, don't have mind. Sky, Race, Sage, Brim, Viper. Yeah, I think that was the call. Do you think GE will make it out of groups? That's the plan. I heard GS first matches against Alter Ego. I'll also show the GE bracket. किधर क्या?
Hello.
Our first games against Alter Ego, back like fear, then be Zerksha versus whoever, and then win a bracket, lose a bracket. तुम मन से ही देख लो यार, समझ जाओ. जीतेगी तो CC Esports ही ठीक है. Which team is stronger according to you, Paper X or Zerksha? I like Paper X because their ability to adapt to newer agent comps and play out of the box, but I don't know, it's debatable. Do you think G will make? Okay, I answered that. Yep. Okay. Alright. That's good. So Veto's decided Godspeed why? क्या आप इस चीज़ से सहमत हो?
Yeah.
क्या आप इस वीटो से सहमत हो?
Yeah.
As in Haven map 1, Bind map 2 and Ascent map 3.
True.
Do you think this is a 2-1 veto?
Yeah.
And I think it's 55-45. I think 55% of it goes to Myth for some reason. I just think Myth have that 5% extra than EG do. But if EG find good value out of fragging power, especially Excali, if Excali does pops out, EG will take it home. I think Excali is definitely the X factor on that squad. Definitely the X factor. And he's been kind of having a quiet series. Against us also he had the quieter series. And if Excali manages to find his farm, they'll make it. I think they'll beat them in this game. I think so. Godspeed, इतने शांत क्यों हो आप?
यार क्या ही बताऊं मैं.
भाई
Yes.
G can defeat AE, I think. I think so too. HBK, even this guy said the same thing, and it's just leaks. I think we're not like, like, I don't think we should be leaking it, but it's okay.
क्या हुआ?
No, the same thing that Vim said, ना कि split पे ये लोग ये खेल रहे थे. Split खेले. As in they played split against, they've been scrimming split.
Yeah.
So HBK, the thing about them is, so against with these guys, with Myth, the thing even I explained earlier on my stream is that their banning procedure changed from a fracture ban or like a target banning system to after their latest game against Zerksha, where they thought they didn't want to go to the bind, which is after which they started perma banning the bind, which is why I think it depends upon how like they want to actually approach the situation, and if they still think that they don't want to go and play the bind because they have some flaws in it and haven't gotten enough reps on it, so they still stick to like a more different veto plan is what basically this thing, which is why I said split plan. Like अगर कुछ अलग like अगर उनको लगता है कि वो लोग bind खेल पाए. I messed up my words right now, but Godspeed content सेव कर रहे हैं अपने स्ट्रीम के लिए. Godspeed भाई क्या ये सच है?
नहीं.
Oh, welcome HBK to the stream. Time out नहीं दूंगा, mod दे दूंगा, टेंशन मत लो. No worries. I mean, you just tuned in, so obviously there's no way for you to know. Guys, 133 likes. इतना सा बच्चा है 150 likes के लिए. कर दो. इतू सा कर दो. I know तुमको करना भी अंदर से हो रहा है सबको कि यार like कर देता हूँ, but मालव ने बहुत टाइम से बोला नहीं है नहीं करने को, इसीलिए मैं कर नहीं रहा हूँ. I think वो हो रहा है. How do you guys know if some team is playing Scrim? Obviously RNT has scrimmed Myth recently, which is why HBK has that information. And all teams have scrim partners. एक डिस्कॉर्ड पे रहता है जिधर से तुम स्क्रिम्स पिक करते हो एंड यू डिसाइड हु यू वांट टू स्क्रिम अगेंस्ट. How do you guys know if someone? Okay, answer that. एक मैप रिव्यू हो जाएगा क्या? फिर पग खेलना है मुझे, रुको मैं टीएस पे जाके देख के आता हूँ कि कौन
आजा
है।
देख, वो बेचारा रो देगा
रुका,
वो।
Channel
तुम लोग खेल रहे हो क्या?
हम लोग डेथ मैच कर रहे हैं।
खेलने वाले हो क्या एक?
हाँ
चनी
शायद से एक खेलूंगा खाली।
एक खेलना है, कभी अभी खेलना है तो मैं स्ट्रीम बंद करता हूँ।
हाँ कर दे।
ठीक है,
Channel
ये लोग
switched.
पग खेलने का बात कर रहे हैं, तो वर्ड रिव्यू तो नहीं किया बट आई थिंक वीटो एनालिसिस आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू डू टुडे। कितने घंटे का स्ट्रीम हो गया? डिड आई स्ट्रीम फॉर 2.5 hours?
Yes.
यस, सो आई होप
Time flies when you're with me.
और गॉड स्पीड।
Yes. ये कौन सी वॉइस में बोला? अरे भाई जी, Godspeed has a lot of content. No need of saying anything.
वी कैन
क्या
सी
बात है? Good night, Daisy.
थैंक यू डिजी, थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन।
No, it's just that, I mean, क्या होता है ना, because if they find this out, they will blacklist you
Who?
from scrims.
अच्छा हाँ,
If they
Okay.
find out that you're leaking the scrims वाला चीज, they
yeah, and
they will
especially when
blacklist you.
like it's not a small thing, it's like such a big thing, right? So
Yeah.
गैस कल स्ट्रीम करूँगा, कल 2 मैप बॉर्ड रिव्यू करूँगा। चलो कल भी स्ट्रीम करूँगा मैं।
क्या बात?
हाँ, चलो कभी वही
बात।
थंबनेल्स आ जाएंगे एक आध, अगर लाइक माय एडिटर आल्सो, द मेन एडिटर सेड कि वो मे बी एक आज रात तक दे दे मुझे, मे बी
नहीं वो दे देगा डेफिनेटली दे देगा।
बट उसको लाइक द फोटोज एंड स्टफ ही नीड्स टू फाइंड सैटिस्फैक्टरी ना, तो अगर उसको वो अच्छा लगा ना तो फिर अगर आज रात को एक दे दिया तो फिर रोज स्ट्रीम होगा, रोज।
दे देगा भाई, दे देगा। Don't worry.
Why did bonkers this band? Godspeed भाई, ये सवाल आपके स्ट्रीम पे कितनी बार पूछा है और आपने कितना बड़ा स्ट्रीम किया इसके बारे में?
भाई मारे पूछो भाई। Guys, क्या चाहिए होता है?
किसी ने मुझे पूछा why did not play on stream,
बताओ।
और मेरे अब और एंड माय
Bonkers क्यों इस बैंड? चलो बताते हैं। देखो Bonkers में क्या हुआ कि, हेलो
हाँ सॉरी
हेलो
मेरा,
मतलब,
अरे नहीं मेरा ये इंटरनेट स्टार्टेड एक्टिंग अप अगेन एंड यू नो ये का सीन हो गया।
अरे
अभी बेटर है आई थिंक, मेरा इंटरनेट का ही सीन है ये, बट हाँ। So what are the maps we were saying is going to be Haven, Bind, and lastly Ascent. सही है Godspeed?
यस
सही बोला। तो अभी जिसी को भी ये अच्छा लगता है और सही लगा है, इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए और सांगवान शेयर्स को दे दीजिए ताकि लोग मेरी स्ट्रीम को सब्सक्राइब करें और उधर से मुझे शाउट आउट दे दो।
हाँ भाई, सामान चेस मला को तो कर लेगा, मेरे को तो नहीं करता भाई।
भाई मुझे भी नहीं करता, मैं तो ऐसे बोल रहा हूँ कि भाई एडीएस भाई क्या आप इधर हो आज? एडीएस भाई क्या आप हो इधर? गाइस 150 लाइक्स व्हाइल आई एम स्ट्रीमिंग, डैम दिस इज आई थिंक बिन वन ऑफ माय बेटर स्ट्रीम्स। मैं स्काई स्पोर्ट्स के बाद वाला फर्स्ट लाइन जीते, उसके बाद वाला स्ट्रीम वाज माय बेस्ट स्ट्रीम। बढ़िया, थैंक यू गाइस फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन। आज के लिए बस इतना ही। गॉड स्पीड जी धन्यवाद। अगर हम कल स्ट्रीम करेंगे तो क्या आप आने का ये करोगे?
हाँ बिल्कुल,
आप
कल
क्या आप
थोड़ा
आओगे?
सा वो रहेगा बट हाँ।
अच्छा, आपकी समय के इसमें आपका क्या है, लाइक आपका स्केड्यूल कैसा है?
कल तो थोड़ा है बट लाइक
है
हो जाएगा।
ठीक है, सही है। ओके गाइस, आई थिंक डिस्प्ले लाइक दैट ओनली साउंड कमिंग। हाँ थोड़ा सीन है, टेंशन मतलब। तो यूट्यूब तो किसी ने पूछा ना पग्स क्यों नहीं स्ट्रीम करते हो, तो फिर यूट्यूब ने करारा जवाब दे दिया आपको। सो थैंक यू गाइस फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन, had a great stream today. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing to my channel. I think I had my peak CCV today, which is I think my best. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you Godspeed for coming as well, obviously. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure when he's around. 152 likes, also a great number of likes. Subs also we broke 500 likes, so thank you so much everyone for the recent support. It's been insane. And I will see you guys tomorrow same time 11 बजे के आसपास ही करेंगे स्ट्रीम वापस। अयो हिंदी नहीं आता है, नहीं नहीं हिंदी आता है बट बहुत टाइम से नहीं बोलता तो फिर थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है कभी कभी हिंदी मेरा। गुजराती
बस
आता है, गुजराती में
बूट
बात किया
कैंप
करो।
जाके स्ट्रीम कर लो।
बूट कैम्प भाई अगर आपको गुजराती में स्ट्रीम इंटरेस्टेड है तो मेरा गुजराती भी मुंबई गुजराती है, सो दैट्स आल्सो बैड बढ़िया।